We didn't even get the 3, 2.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to That Checks Out with Damon and Ted.
He's not laughing now.
No, because now he's being professional. Hello, everybody. Welcome to That Checks Out with Damon and Ted. Coming to you here from Audiohive Podcasting Studio.
Mm-hmm.
Damon, what's up with you?
What's up with me?
Hitting all the good hits today.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up with you?
That will remain a mystery.
All right, all about me.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Let's go.
That checks out with Ted.
Numbers just shot up.
I was going to say, you still have ellipses behind your name. It's like, how does that work? How does that work?
Hate you so much.
I literally had, other than we went and saw a comedy show.
We went to see comedy
Yeah, so that was fun.
at the Two Brothers Roundhouse.
Yeah. Yeah, we went and saw that, Still Not Friday.
Still not Friday, because
Yeah.
they do it on Thursday.
Yeah, so technically, as long as they don't hit midnight, they are correct.
Their tagline is, the weekend starts when we say it does.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm down with that.
Yeah, produced by TJ. You heard him in the studio here a few weeks ago. And some, I don't want to knock out, but there's Matt and Dave and Mike and Emily and KB. There's a lot of producers. I don't want to be like, you guys didn't mention me. Half of you don't listen. So it doesn't even matter. I guarantee.
So we were more
The one time
keen.
they listened, like, bro.
We just started listening.
Come on, man.
Damn it. And you get to produce. And you get to produce. You're like Oprah giving out announcements. I like that. No, it was a real good time. So that's really the only thing I did this week that was.
Well, it was a good time except for the company.
Yeah. And we had enough water. That was really good.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, Meg.
Yeah.
We kept asking. First off, Damon goes over to the bar and gets a refill. And the guy's like, I would come around for table service. And Damon's like, you don't need to do that just for water. So then I walk over there and I'm like, hey, bro, when are you going to get me some water? And the look on his face was, literally his mouth opened up and he couldn't think of words. And I was like, I'm just messing with you.
Yeah. So they get later on, we've had 57 cups of water or whatever, glass of water. And different guy comes around cleaning tables and he takes the cups or takes the glasses. And I told Ted, I go, man, I'd really like to have another water. So that guy walks by, I go, hey, can we get 2 waters for the table like that? And he just looks at me and he goes, yeah. And he comes back, like normally you buy these beers. They're probably special beers where they stack them tall.
Yeah, it was in one of those long,
like a tall boy glass.
Yeah.
Tall boy glass.
Yeah.
And he brings those over full of ice water and he goes, no, I want to see you guys for a little while.
Yeah.
Like that.
He's like, I've never done this in all of my career. And he slams those two down. So then I finished mine within minutes.
Yeah.
And I walk back over and I'm like, I got jokes. And I just put it down. And he was like, I'm like, I don't want any more water. I'm just kidding. And he was like, I thought you were going to ask for more. That would have been legendary. And I'm like, well, now I wish I would have done it.
Yeah. Yeah. Even if we didn't drink it, just get it and just take it back
all
to the
night.
table.
Like Damon would get ice and he'd like, do you want any ice? I'm like, no. And I'd come back and he'd walk by. I'm like, how come Damon got ice?
Yeah.
Why does this guy get ice? And you said you didn't want ice. I don't recall saying that.
Yeah.
It's you against me, man.
Yeah. It was very hard to be that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. That guy.
So basically what Damon's saying is that we took a comedy venue and put on our own show in the back because that's what we do whenever we go somewhere.
Yeah, we had fun. We had a lot of fun. So we had the host laughing at times too with jokes. So it was good. We had a good time.
We had jokes.
So we had jokes.
Good old Jimothy.
And we also drove past the wake of Andrew on the way there, just so everybody's aware. He is now gone. He has left this earth. So we witnessed that. So we know that.
Give the boy a hand.
Yeah. So here, before we get any more into our week, Mac,
What's up?
paying attention?
Oh, here's your question.
All right. Does anyone in this room
Game time.
have a friend or relative that was nearly decapitated in a freak limbo accident aboard a Carnival cruise ship during a hurricane?
Oh, Royal Caribbean, maybe.
Oh, Mac?
No.
Okay.
I don't even know anybody that's been on a cruise.
Okay. Oh, really?
No, I take that back. I probably do. I think it's my grandma.
I would like to rescind that comment.
Lots of them.
It was his grandma. And when she wasn't in a nursing home, she was on a cruise ship. He had to get her out. I have a canoe. They're going to starve. Put some food in there. Put some food in it.
Okay, think of everything?
Think of everything. So, okay. So nobody has decapitated. So you're saying maybe a different cruise line.
Yeah.
But definitely not Carnival. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, by the way, Carnival, call me. We're good. So, how was your week other than that? Anything interesting?
I traveled for work again this week.
Oh. Nobody likes a bragger, Ted. Nobody likes a bragger. So that means another rental car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was, you get in there and they're like, well, yours is in the wash bay. And I'm like, I guarantee it's still going to be gross. I don't know what it is about every rental car I get, but it's always driven some point in the past by someone who has smoked enough weed to not remember how much weed smells.
Right.
Because I will get in and it'll be like damn, this thing smells like weed.
Yeah.
And I got to go in and be like, hey, can you guys come in here and sniff the car real quick? Because I need you guys to understand that when I bring it back, it's still going to smell like weed, but it's not going to be me.
Right. I couldn't drive that. I have a headache, so I couldn't even get in it and drive it.
The Uber that took us home from the airport a couple of weeks ago, like reeked like cigarettes. I didn't even occur to me that you could do that. Like, you could just not care. I've been lucky and I've been in nothing but clean professional Ubers. But it was like literally kind of making us sick.
Hey, do you guys mind if I smoke? Yeah.
It was bad.
Too bad.
Please don't smoke weed when you're doing that. And then you hear, what's he doing now?
To be fair, it could have been the dude in the wash bay.
Right.
That was smoking
No,
weed.
this was like baked in tobacco.
No, I meant the car I had.
Yeah,
It could have been that guy.
Yeah.
And I don't want to get behind the scenes too much, but you picked me up because I dropped it off on the way to the comedy show. You saw what kind of facility we were in.
Right.
So that wash bay has got to be literally
what is your wash bay?
Somebody's just got a hose behind the dumpster.
Yeah, it's like they park it in the restroom in the shower, and they just
Do you just mean the alley out back? Is that what you mean? What's in the wash bay?
We repurposed a pet jet, and what we do is we wash them out back under the tree. So, hey Mac,
what's up?
Anything interesting happen at all this week then?
Not really this week. I had some other stuff though, from a couple of weeks ago.
And so
that sounds about right for your timing.
Yeah.
So
I'll remember the last week's events like next week.
Okay, that sounds good. All right, so let's put a pin in that.
You had some painting done this week. You went with the gray over the gray.
Yeah, I went with the gray.
Yeah. What shade of gray do you like from this dark picture I took and sent you? Well, I'm gonna go with the middle one.
I like the gray one.
Yeah.
The best part is that they weren't all in the same. Because I wanted to say the middle one, but then the next picture they weren't in the same lineup, and
that was what I was doing because I wanted to trick your eyes.
Yeah, no, I noticed. You didn't trick anything. I was about to go the middle one. I was like, wait, they're not the middle. It's not the middle one in every picture.
Right.
There's 3 pictures. There was different rotation every time.
I said the middle one because I went off like the first picture. I go the middle one, and I go because it won't be too dark, and yet it'll cover up fingerprints. I said because I'm going to touch everything in that studio.
You didn't need to say it in that studio.
Right. Yes.
So which one do you think it was that I picked based off of that picture?
Probably not the one I suggested.
I thought it was the middle one from the first.
Nope, it's the darkest one.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Okay.
To be fair, I saw your well, that's the thing. He said I went with the gray, but the picture is 78% him.
Yeah.
So it's just like a giant zoom in on him with a little bit behind his head. I went with the gray.
We need context.
For the first 2 seconds, I was like, where? In his beard? In his hair? Like, where's his gray? Oh, the wall.
I'm allowing the gray now.
He's attacking the wall. I got it. I'm with you. All right, weirdo. Oh, I got a text. You were there. I got a text, Mac, on Thursday at 8:30. Asked if I can do comedy tonight.
Yeah, on Saturday.
Yeah. So by the time this comes out, you can't come. It's too late.
Right.
That's how much. That's the thing about it. Like, I don't mind that because I like money, so I like working for money. But I can't really promote it.
Right.
Like, I can't be like, hey, everyone, are you free on Saturday? Yeah, I'm free on Saturday. Can you drive to Wisconsin?
Do you have gas money and spare time?
No. Do you guys want to carpool?
Yeah.
No.
No. No. Mac's car smells like smoke. It's the worst Uber ever been in.
Ted's car smells like weed. Mac's car smells like smoke where no one wants to go.
Yeah. And Damon's not going anywhere. Damon's like, I've seen this before. I live it. I don't need to go see it on stage.
Damon's like, I'm in bed by 9.
Yeah. Yeah, that was what's so weird about the other night.
Hey, what's this professional poster over here, Mac? Is that just for light bending or what's
Yeah, you have all kinds of neat stuff in here.
I nailed it.
Light
it
bending.
is a light board.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Now that's a fun fact. Let me get to some other ones.
Wait, we might have gotten some facts out, but we haven't gotten any fun yet.
Yeah, but I'm telling you right now, these are let's call them mind-blowing facts. All right. So in 2018, an 18-month-old German Shepherd named Luna fell off a boat in the Pacific Ocean. She swam 2 miles to a nearby island and survived for 5 weeks by eating mice before being rescued by Navy personnel.
Wait, did she swim up on that island where her uncle had murdered?
So my own thought is that finally the guy's like, I got a puppy. He's on that island.
This island provides everything.
Yeah.
Dogs, my own relatives.
Yeah.
I just have to stay here and everything just comes to me.
Trust the island. It's like he's got this altar.
Yeah.
Trust the island. It will provide anything you need.
I was just going to say that.
Yeah.
Trust the island.
Trust the island.
The island will provide. In the year 2018.
But imagine that dog. That dog's like, okay, because dogs instinctively can swim.
Right.
But 2 miles is a long way.
But you ever wondered, like, I swear my dog knows some stuff. Like if I say some things, he goes right there. Like it's like he knows what I'm speaking. But do you think a dog just falls in the ocean and is like, what is this? Where did all this come from?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't like this.
Well, even if you see a dog, like some people put their dogs in their pools, which I don't, because I just know it's going to get to the edge and flip out, and I'm not going to have a liner, you know? So, but even in the in-ground pools, how fast and how many times they move their feet to move like 6 inches.
Yeah. Well, because they want out of that pool.
Right. But I'm thinking for 2 miles, this
Right.
dog did that. At some point in time, you're going to be like, nah.
And the best part about this, the dog gets to the island, is living on mice. That's all. Someone comes to rescue it. The dog would still be like,
Yeah, right.
this is my island.
The island has one set of window blinds. The dog knocks him down. And it's just going batshit crazy.
You're like, I guess we don't get this dog, right?
The boat the guy's on, it's the Navy, but it's the SS Mailman. So they're like, no, he's not. I see what he's barking. Dog can read. I see what he's barking at. But just imagine there's other people stranded on that island. They're like, oh, a puppy. And they leave. You know what I mean? They're like, that guy was about to feast on a German Shepherd. You know what I mean? He's like, the damn thing ate all the mice.
Yeah.
I don't have anything left.
The Navy shows up. They're like, got this giant spit roast. What were you guys going to do next? Nothing. Don't worry about it. You guys got pigs in this island? No. You got cows? No. It's a very large spit roast for mice. Don't worry about it, man.
Yeah. What are you making
What, you making a capital case about this? Shut up.
mice kebab?
Yeah,
What
come on.
you can put some vegetables in between?
Or the Navy's like, all right, we've discussed it. We're going to take the dog.
Right.
You guys are staying here.
It's not even the Navy. It's just a PETA ship pulls up. Our alarm went off.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
we're fairly certain.
It's Greenpeace / PETA.
Correct.
We're out of money. We're just sharing boats.
We're sharing boats.
How much PETA boat activity do you need? The Greenpeace guy's like, knock it off. They haven't figured it out yet.
Right.
This is really helping us, not them.
Right. We're going to bring him this puppy.
That's going to justify the entire PETA expenditure.
Right.
We saved a dog. What? You guys don't want to save dogs now? Is that what you're trying to say?
Hey, saving a dog? Priceless.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't want to hear about you split the gas 50-50. Okay, I don't want to hear about this.
Yeah. You providing the funding for most of our boat? Also priceless. To us.
Right. That's so awesome. So that was a mind-blowing fact. Okay. The next one. This one, I did not know this. Now you're more scientific than me. I get it. The smell of freshly cut grass is a plant's way of signaling distress.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah. It's basically we've cut its head off and it's like, ah!
and most of us are like, oh my God, I love that smell.
That smell. Yeah. So now do we just have to be more like lenient towards murderers?
Right.
I mean, maybe that's the smell they just love.
Right.
Oh, I love the smell of freshly cut heads in the morning.
Yeah. That was my whole point. I'm like, how gruesome of a person. Because you do that and you're like, oh, you're like burning leaves. Okay, I'm killing the leaf. I'm burning the leaves. Oh, I love that smell. You know?
Yeah.
I love it so much.
Well,
I'm going to make a little pine tree and hang it in my mirror.
Will that make you, do you guys got any candles of screaming grass?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, will that make you want to mow the lawn more? Now that I know I'm killing them.
My Febreze, howling meadow. You're just spraying. Oh, that smells wonderful.
What do you call it? We call it grassicker. What?
This is the best candle shop ever.
Yeah. Here's the degrassicated right here.
I might have some startup capital for this.
Yeah, right.
Now we got going.
Yeah. He's like, you know what? I'm kind of in. Kind of in on this one.
Can it have like a heavy metal motif for the shop?
I can't see him, just so you know that.
Yeah.
He's getting really excited about murdering things.
Yeah, right.
You're going to have to signal
Right.
me.
What happened to Ted's head? Smells wonderful in here. You shut your face.
I just see like the glare of the monitor going up in your glasses, and I'm like, what's going on back there?
Yeah. Oh, wow. I did not know that. I seriously didn't know that's like a sign of distress.
Some wild stuff. I did not know that.
I did not know that. So that is a mind-blowing fact to me. I got a couple more that are really good. How about this one? The Island of Discussion. This is what they named it, in Scotland, where historically those who had arguments were put on the island with cheese and whiskey to sort out their problems and couldn't leave until they have a mutual agreement. That's a real thing.
What if one of them is lactose intolerant?
They're going to argue over the whiskey.
Well, I don't know. If you've eaten the cheese and the whiskey, that other guy's like, all right, whatever, you win. Can we just get off this island?
The island of gas chamber.
Yeah. One guy was just floating out in the ocean.
Yeah.
While the one other guy's on the island. He's just like, look, I get it. Just stop eating the cheese, man. You win. I cannot keep treading this water.
We'll compromise. We'll do it your way. German Shepherd swims right past him.
Don't do it, buddy. Don't do it, buddy.
Don't. Your sense of smell is far superior to mine.
No, well, that was the thing. I think the German Shepherd would be another 2 miles out.
Yeah.
Like, why does that dog just keep circling the island? He's waiting for you to stop eating the cheese.
I smell burnt cheese and whiskey. But to call it Discussion Island, that's what's funny. Is eventually it's gonna be like Homicide Island.
Yeah.
Or Where'd That Guy Go Island,
Why do they call that? Yeah, why do they call that Homicide Island? Well, funny story. That used to be called Discussion Island.
Yeah.
And then we introduced whiskey to
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So then the advanced class is they give you whiskey and a revolver, no cheese. One bullet.
Hey, I'm not really a big drinker. Can I see that gun real quick?
Yeah. Can I just go to Steel Cage Peninsula and we can just kind of talk this out? We'll both go in. You can lock us in there. I'm fine. But I'd rather not get shot in the face, by a guy who's very bloated from his cheese intake,
Can you imagine someone grabbing the gun and shooting the bottle of whiskey? Ooh, that's a bold move, man. You have stepped up this game. Oh, I see we're going end game quickly. Is that what we're doing?
Say, check and mate. Yeah. We are good. But no, I had no idea something like this existed, and it's just funny that it's a small island. Because again, like I told you, one of the best gifts I ever gave my wife was I bought her land in Scotland. God,
I hope it's on this island.
That was my whole thought. That was my whole thought. Is I really need to check the coordinates and see if this is where we own property.
I hope you can see that island from like a bluff on the mainland to be like, oh, look at what's going on Discussion Island again.
Are they cutting grass?
Apparently Damon didn't clean the microwave.
Right.
Now we're talking about it.
Right.
That'd be great if that was true. And you and Nicole had to fly over to Scotland every time you had to have an argument.
Yeah. and then she stands on her 1 foot piece of property. I have to call her my lady the whole time. Yes, my lady. Yes, my lady. Yes, my lady.
Can we stop fighting? This is getting really expensive.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. She could fly over. You'd have to take a boat.
Yeah.
By the time you get there, she's like, whatever. Can we just go home? You're like, and what again?
How'd he drown? It turns out his Chevette was not buoyant. He drove right in the ocean.
Is what?
Chevette.
What's that?
It's like a Corvette, only better.
Yeah. It's like if a Corvair and
it's like if a Ford Escort and a Bug put a Chevy label on their child.
Yeah.
Chevette.
Yeah.
There's an E in there.
Yeah. You always wanted the 4-door option too, because not like cramming 2 extra doors into a car that's small.
That's a Chevette.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're shoving you in there. Get in there, man.
Yeah. So, hey, the other thing, another mind-blowing fact.
Mind-blowing.
People who use profanity more often tend to be more honest. So do you know how honest of a person I am?
Yeah. Well, you're just dumb, I think.
But now if I use profanity during my honesty, I think that really puts me over the top.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to get a Nobel Peace Prize.
I'm sure.
You're sure? Are you past the point of even arguing?
Well, I don't want to go to that island, first off.
Because I'm lactose intolerant.
And secondly, I'm going to get that award because you have to go to Sweden to get it. Oh. So I'll just fly and be like, yeah, that's me. That's effing me. Give me my effing award.
Yeah, until you come over to
well, see, because I'll be swearing. I'm like, well, that guy's got to be honest.
Yeah.
That's got to be him.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm in my garage trying to put a snorkel on my Chevette.
We got him for Jeeps. Why don't they have him for Chevettes?
What is he doing? How deep's that ocean anyway? 10 feet?
Yeah.
How deep's that ocean?
It's going to work, right?
Yeah. This is going to work, right?
Yeah. And I'm like, it effing will. You got to believe me. I'm swearing, so I'm honest.
I swear to work. Let me tell you the words I swear with. So you know what? The island's awesome. The swearing. Imagine if you were on that island though, and you were arguing, and you're like, "Wow, this guy's being so honest right now." Maybe I just need to give in.
Well, maybe that's the island that the German Shepherd swam. A dog.
Yeah.
Right. I don't even remember why we were fighting.
Right. Oh my God. Oh, look at him catching mice. That little guy's hungry. Look at that.
We could give him some cheese.
Yeah.
Or maybe he's using the cheese to trap the mice.
Hey, buddy, come here. I got
Dog's just sitting there like up against a tree drinking the whiskey, and they send two people on it like, hey, guys, I got a process here. Let's not ruin it.
Yeah.
I use the cheese to catch the mice. I eat the mice. I drink the whiskey to forget about the fact I'm murdering all these mice.
I use the whiskey to flavor the mice when I'm cooking them.
And then I drink the whiskey to forget about all the murdering of mice.
Right.
Also, guys, did you know that grass screams?
Yeah, grass.
I can hear it. I'm a dog. I hear things. All I do is take a dump on it. You guys are killing it.
Right. Yeah. Hey. Well, it doesn't. I think.
But also all an angry German because he's a German Shepherd.
Right. I was going to say. Yeah. This is my Highland.
Wow, that dog is angry. No, it's just German. That's fine. That's how it sounds. That's their language. No. It's beautiful.
Believe it or not, those are peace talks. He's good. He's here and he comes in peace.
You ever see those memes where they'll be like, like ambulance, and then they'll say it in French, and then they'll say it in Spanish, like it's like ambulance or whatever, and then the German, it's like cracking some wagon. You're like, shit.
Yeah.
Calm down, guys.
Yeah, that might be how I call it when I'm in pain.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, maybe that's what they did.
Yeah. No,
the German language just started with someone who was very angry and in pain.
Yeah. Well, that's why they don't have this is why this is in Scotland and it's not Discussion Island in Germany. Yeah. Because it would have to be farther away from everything. Man, that island is so loud,
No one told them that the wall had come down and they still have that like West Discussion Island and East Discussion Island.
Right. All right. More mind-blowing facts. When a California farmer realized he was throwing away 400 tons of carrots a day because they were too ugly, he began shaving them down into snack-sized
baby
nubs.
Carrots are just shaved regular carrots.
So, the guy's a genius. Because I'll tell you right now, when I go to the store, especially if you like ranch dip or any kind of dip, vegetable dip, and you're like, oh, those are perfect. He took waste and turned it into something that he's making probably more money off than regular carrots. I can't remember the last time I went and bought like regular carrots unless we're making stew or something.
You know what's weird is that you can put regular carrots in a stew.
Yeah.
And they'll break down and become soft. Like,
yes. And
you
put
delicious. Baby carrots in there. You can put it like stew them up for like 6 hours. They come out hard as rocks. Like, what is this in these baby carrots?
Oh, I didn't know that. Really? Okay.
Well, I mean, it seems like it should take less time for a baby carrot.
Right.
And you're like, why are these still hard? I don't get the science here.
Yeah.
But is he angry with all those places that there's those subscription boxes now you can buy them where they use food that wouldn't have gone to grocery stores because it looks ugly.
Oh yeah, right.
Is he angry? Like, guys, this is my field. This is what I've been doing.
Right, yeah.
Get out of my territory.
The one thing they can't put in those boxes is carrots. We can never get any carrots. I don't know what it is.
How far gone are we as a society though that they have to like look at food and be like, that apple's not too pretty. We can't sell it.
Right.
Who cares?
If you're hungry and like apples, it doesn't matter that it's awkward.
I can tell you, we got that box for a couple of months, and every time we get out of it, like, wait, what was wrong with any of this?
Right.
Like none of it there was a problem with. There was some like packaged food in there that had gotten dented and stuff, and they're like, okay, I guess I understand that.
Right.
But
no, as far as fresh produce, it's misshapen. Okay, so the carrot looks like a banana. Oh, okay, I'll still eat it.
Yeah.
So,
does it taste like a banana?
Right.
That's weird.
Right.
This stew tastes like bananas.
But again, there's a guy taking a problem.
BANANAS.
Yeah. Gwen Stefani, everybody.
I find it gross that he was throwing away all that stuff prior to being like,
right, because the amount of waste you're having. I guess you could feed people that need to be fed.
You do make a point. At this point, why don't we just call those carrots and the other ones we call old gross carrots?
Right. Yes. Yeah. Senior carrots.
Because you're right. I don't remember the last time I've gone and been like they're out of baby carrots, but they have regular carrots. To me, I was like, well, they're out of carrots.
Right.
Like, I guess I'm not getting carrots.
You're absolutely correct. Yes. Yeah.
Or you're like, man, I guess I'll pay the extra $1 for the organic baby carrots because I can't have anything else.
Yeah.
I'm going to buy those carrots. That's the funny thing. He has turned regular carrots into ugly carrots by taking his ugly carrots and making them baby carrots.
Correct. But the man saw a problem.
Circle of life.
But he saw. Imagine if you were at your house and you said, "Okay, all this, every bit of trash that I made this week, I could turn it into something." That'd be that's amazing.
Right now, Mac is trying to figure out how to carve you into Baby Damon.
Yeah, Baby Damon.
We can cut off all that gross and make something good out of it.
Sculpt it a little nicer, and it's great and ranch. So it's great and ranch.
Everybody, if you'd like to reach out to Damon about that comment, you can find us at That Checks Out WTT and most of the socials.
He's going to start playing the music. Damn it, they're done already. This is crazy.
I heard a social. I got to play the music. They're out.
So imagine, so you're the farmer. You're the farmer on Discussion Island. Okay. So you farm there. So
and the other guy's like, what am I, a farmer? No, you're not. That's
you're
me.
not. And we're not going to argue about it because we're already here.
Yeah.
I like your take on that though. Yeah. You have to fly there. My wife would be like, we're going to argue every day. I'm getting a trip every day. So
except for the fact it would take you 7 days to get there.
Yeah.
Well, actually, that's probably smart with her. Now she gets a 7-day vacation on Discussion Island.
Yeah. The whole time I'm just planning my argument and she's there. She's just relaxing, chilling.
Yeah, they do that like split screen where you're just like on a boat pacing and getting angry. And she's having drinks, and watching the sunset on the beach.
Petting a random German Shepherd.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm on a boat cussing up a storm.
Right.
We know the guy's
I
honest.
am so honest. I am so honest right now.
I'm so effing honest. This is ridiculous. Yeah. That's just amazing. And then I get there and you find out. That's the thing. Like we got like I want to say it's like 1 foot or like 3 foot by 3 foot. I mean,
they said like a tiny square of land.
Yeah,
right?
it's crazy. So the fact of the matter is she can't even like sit in a lawn chair on her property. You know what I mean?
She's flamingoing it up. Just one leg.
Yeah. Ma'am, there's parts of you that are in my country and I'm going to need you to move.
This is going to start a discussion.
Yeah.
You guys have a smaller island to go to discuss the discussion from Discussion Island?
Yeah. How great is that though when you find out that's where your property is and like all the bloodshed,
right?
It's like, hey, we had another murder on your property. Would you get my property off of Discussion Island? So
every time you try to search your coordinates, it's just crime records.
Yeah. Well, and mine's not even like, you know what ours would be? Ours would have like, say it's a 3 foot by 3 foot. It'll have a 3 foot tree growing through it. So you can't even stand on your
you would have
piece
a bigger
of property.
tree.
Right.
So it's just your property is just in the middle of the tree.
Yes. You're always on someone else's property when you're visiting that one. You're always. Yeah. How great is that? I get to the island. She's in the top of the tree. What'd you do? She's got a tree house.
You just got a big hole in the trunk and you're just like in the circle of the hole. Like, hey, I'm in the middle of that's where I'm at. This is my property.
I'm like a Keebler elf.
Yeah.
Like, can we make cookies now? What are we doing in this tree? What can I do while I'm in this tree? You got to remember, I got to turn my trash into treasure.
Right.
If I'm going to be in a tree,
I got to make a profit.
Yeah.
On this land.
Yeah. Can we at least like make brownies? Can we do something in here that we can profit from? I got to make a profit.
You're out there buying out other people just so you can get a square yard.
Yeah.
I'm looking for an acre. I'm going for an acre, guys.
I'm going for an acre.
Then I would buy like the one piece you need to finish it.
Yeah.
But not on an edge, like right next to the one in the middle.
Yeah.
You want to sell me that? No, not really.
But then the biggest bitch about all that is the only way you can get to your section is by walking through mine.
Yeah.
So my whole job now is just walking my perimeter, making sure you do not get to your 1 foot section. Yeah.
I would just send you like updates of me learning how to pole vault.
I was just about to say, I see somebody parachuting down. I'm like, man, I hope it's windy because he's not going to hit that 1 foot mark. There's
no, because you would just get like you would just get Chuck to be out there like just as soon as I get close, boom, just push me like
right. You need to hit him. You need to hit him hard.
Hit him. Let him get 6 inches from the ground this time, man. Then push him out.
So the last one I want to do is in 2014. This goes back a while. A 3-year-old girl survived 11 days in the Siberian forest, infested with bears, wolves, with only her dog for company.
German Shepherd?
No. She ate wild berries and drank from a river, curling up next to her dog for warmth. She was saved when her dog went back to her village and guided rescuers to her. Sounds to me like the dog could have done that on day one
right.
and not 11 days in. Okay? So, first off, not real impressed with the dog.
Well, the dog is finally like, you know what? Could have done these berries.
Yeah. Dog's like, we need to spend some time together. And that's enough.
Dog went to the village, went into the house, realized he couldn't open the canned dog food.
Right.
I was like, fine.
Okay.
I will go find someone to get that woman, that 3-year-old girl. That
Everybody's out looking for the girl.
Yeah.
Nobody's there to feed the dog.
That's what it is.
You know what? Okay, cool. Let me tell you where she is. Can we come back and have some food? What do we got to do? What do we got to do? So, but 11 days. Now that's pretty intense.
Yeah.
And the dog probably at some point in time had to scare an animal off or do something, or the scent of the dog kept the animal away. But I don't know that a bear or a wolf would be scared of a dog.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I mean, but in in all honesty, this dog probably would protect this little girl with its life.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I guess if you put somebody up against me that I think I could beat up, but they're protecting something and I'm not, there's a good chance I'm going to get hurt. You know what I mean?
I'm trying to think of anyone that could put you up as protection. You said she was 3 though?
She was 3. That's awful small. And then the dog finally one day was just like, she's good on her own. I'll be back.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, can you watch the spot? I'm going to run.
They got their 1 foot property.
Yeah.
I'm going to run back.
He's
just right over here.
He's just barking dibs all the way back to the.
But that's pretty wild to have a dog. No, according to the picture, it's not a German Shepherd, but I'm not saying that's the right dog. You know what I mean? So it's like a lab or something.
Actor portrayal.
Yeah.
On the bottom.
Yeah.
I recognize that dog. That's not that dog.
First off, I'm going to be so pissed at the cameraman who took this picture and didn't rescue the girl at that time.
How many, I know a lot of it's staged now for TikTok and Instagram and all that stuff where you see people do something and the cameraman could have stopped it. You know, those are staged. But how about the ones where it literally was like they caught it in situ and then like the cameraman does nothing. Just like, oh, I got to keep filming. This is going to turn out into something interesting.
Right.
But never puts the camera down and goes to help.
This is going to go viral. Yeah. I'm going to be famous. Okay, well, someone's getting injured.
Yeah. You could have pulled that kid out from front of that bus. From both buses, actually, but you just watched it happen.
Yeah, right. Might have been a third bus. Grassy knoll, you never know. So anyway, I love making you crack up for no reason. Yeah. But so a couple dog stories. Imagine, though, if that was the same dog that later on washed ashore.
A lot of dogs in this episode.
Yeah, there's a lot of dogs. I like dogs, though. I like dogs, just not the one I have. So, but I like dogs. Yeah.
I like dogs, not you. Dogs.
It turns out my dog washed up on the shore. Nicole's like, "Did you put the dog in a glass bottle again? Where's the dog?" You know what I mean? Where's the dog? You know?
No, you would send a note like around the dog's net. Dog actually swims across the ocean to the island, gets a note, and you're like, "Hey, I got a note from the dog." And you're like, "Damn it. Why won't that dog die?"
Right. Yes. Lost dog. If found, please euthanize.
I don't know.
We might need to edit that out.
Yeah.
Huh? Timestamp.
Yeah. Wow. Wow.
And my dog just has a bunch of one-way stickers for me sending her places. And she keeps coming. It's like, no. And it's like a bad cartoon. Yeah. Every time it just shows up at the door with new luggage. It's like, where did she come from?
I can see you posting all over the neighborhood, lost dog. And then you're like, if found, and then just blank.
Right.
If found, you want a dog.
Yeah, that's where the directions go for returning it. Right.
Yeah.
Right. You give directions to the pound. They pull up. They're like, this is the Humane Society. What are we doing here? Yeah. You know what's weird is a couple weeks ago I told you my wife listens. I'm gonna get murdered.
I know. So I keep going.
I am gonna get murdered. Yeah, we
haven't brought her up at all. What are you talking about?
Yeah, something tells me I'm gonna see that land in Scotland real soon. Yeah.
Well, no, you're supposed to take a boat,
right? Yeah, so it won't be real soon, but eventually, I'll see
that's
that
the one. But see that land eventually.
Yeah, yeah. So let's do a strange story.
You believe it?
Don't do that to me. I wasn't ready for that. I thought you were reaching for the dun-dong. We got to move that one to the opposite side from the dun-dong. We got to move it. It's got to be moved. So let's do a... Okay, we're out of time. All right. So strange story. Here's the headline. A pilot who lied about his flying experience to secure a job at British Airways was said to have been caught when he pressed a button no qualified pilot would press.
Hey, that's a great test.
Yeah.
Just put a button in there, like a really, really tempting button.
Yeah.
Boop. Up, you're out. We know.
Damon got fired day one. It says steak sandwich.
Maybe he worked at a truck stop in the Midwest, right?
Yeah.
Like, you ever been a pilot? I've been a pilot.
Yeah. Yeah. They got a subway there. You're damn right I have.
I'm also a flying J.
Yeah.
Road pilot.
I'm a flying J. That sounds... Well, you're driving DB. I don't know that you're a flying J, but you're something. Yeah.
So, like, how do you fake that?
Okay, so we'll get to it.
It's coming. Hold on.
I thought the title was great. Well, because remember last week we talked about how
Smurfs.
Yeah, we did. But we talked about
We smurfed about Smurfs and talking about the Smurfs. Oh, I remember that.
No, but I asked the question about a piano player and why they had to, because they should be qualified to do this, do that. And we went into, I'm like, hey, I wouldn't want a doctor saying, hold on, let me, or a builder. You're going to let a
doctor
pilot.
holding a medical book on a stand, like,
Right.
hold on.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, how
Wow, this is
sanitary.
really in the back.
He keeps
Yeah,
flicking
look at
his finger to
fingers
turn
to,
the
like, the
pages.
No.
He's in the middle of surgery. And he just keeps flicking. You get a little blood on your face. It's not mine.
It's
Just
not
don't
his.
worry.
It's not his tongue. He's like tongue, and then he like puts his finger on
not
that
his.
someone else's tongue. Like scalpel, suture, tongue.
Tongue. So a former British Airways pilot.
A farmer?
Yeah. What am I, a former? was sentenced to a year in jail. He only got a year.
Wait. How could we call him a former British Airways? He was never a pilot.
Right.
A former like fake pilot. All right, go ahead. Sentenced for a year.
Sentenced to a year in jail after pleading guilty to falsifying his flying experience. He was handed the 12-month sentence at Snaresbrook Crown Court in East London. Okay. He pled guilty to 4 counts of fraud and 2 breaches of the Air Navigation Order of 2016. That sounds like it's worth more than a year already.
Right.
Which regulates safety standards according to the Civil Aviation Authority. Let's see here. The pilot falsely claimed to have flown 1,610 hours as a captain and fabricated training certifications while applying for a job at British Airways City Flyer. So basically, he had a nice printer, made himself some certificates.
Yeah. People at Photoshop are like, we got to get this guy.
Yeah. You know what busted him out was that guy down at Kinko's.
Kinko's does not exist.
I know, but that's why I said
I know, but that's why
I want to see flare up. But no, when the guy down there, he said he wanted to make copies of this.
Making copy.
Yeah, it doesn't look legit.
Yeah.
So anyway, if you're gonna ever check,
he's over in
references-
this. Yeah, he's over in the self-service. Yeah, you need help? Nope. Good.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
But if you're ever gonna check references, maybe pilot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Brain surgeon, pilot. I mean, there's certain jobs where you're not like, hey, my cousin Billy knows a guy.
Yeah.
I think I'll have him. I'm not finishing a basement here.
Yeah.
I'm flying.
Hey, this guy says he's a pilot. Oh, what's his background? I know he's got a piece of paper. Good enough for us.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Does it look legit? Yeah.
It looks too legit.
He's got
He
another.
can't quit.
Yeah,
It's
he can't
too
quit
legit.
now. He's got another piece of paper saying this piece of paper is certified.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got 2 pieces of paper. Oh, we went through this. Yeah, he's good. He's golden. So anyway, between April 16th and between April 2016 and March 2018, he was employed as a pilot for City Flyer, operating out of London. All right.
But for 2 years.
2 years. Yep.
And then one day he was like, you know what? Today's the day I touched that button.
So it says officials at British Airways City Flyer became suspicious after an incident on the ground, in quotes, in Switzerland when the pilot pressed a button.
Wait,
no qualified pilot would.
What does air quote on the ground mean?
Yeah. Ground quotes in the air.
He was near the ground. Can we just say he was on the ground? It's close enough.
Yeah.
He was landing.
But it says he pressed a button, in quotes again, no qualified pilot would.
Why do they have that button?
Well, here's the thing. They're not telling us what the button is. What's the button?
Yeah, why do you have that button?
Yeah, what does the button say?
Hey, no one should ever touch this. Put it in the cockpit.
Yeah.
They'll know not to touch it. Put it
Should
up
we
there.
put it somewhere where nobody should ever touch it? No, put it right there next to the steering wheel. Yeah, it's right there.
Put it right there. Put it there
It's
by
right
the
there.
yoke. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah. Is this a column shift? Okay, then put it right there. Put it right there in a column. He was investigated by the CAA, which I'm guessing is their flight
FAA?
people. Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess so. Which took legal action. He manipulated his log and his flight hours while working for a previous employer, Hangar 8 Management, which operates the same jet he was flying. Okay. He also falsely said he held a private pilot's license since 1998. You don't have if you have a license, people probably have a record of when you got the license, where you got the license, and what you did to get that license.
Hey, we gotta fill out your hour log. Just be honest, man. Just be honest. Oh, I'll be effing honest.
Yeah.
I will
Right.
F the honest out of that.
This guy's swearing. He's not lying.
Yeah, this seems
not
right.
lying.
It seems
Yeah.
legit.
Here's my effing paperwork right here. Here's my effing paperwork. So basically,
I've got a podcast called That Checks Out. All right, well, gotta believe you.
Yeah.
Checks out.
Right. You just legitimized everything you've told me all day.
Hey, you know what that means?
Yeah.
We can be pilots.
Right. Yes.
Well, I can. You won't get in a plane.
Right. I won't even get in one on the ground. You're correct.
Hey, they're gonna pay us a lot of money to be pilot. I can't even fake it, man. No,
Yeah.
I'm out.
I'm not even in the plane. I'm faking it so much.
Yeah.
I'm still at home. I'm still at home. They're like, oh my.
I've just got a little audio speaker of you in the co-pilot seat.
Yeah.
You got a co-pilot up there? Damon, he's asking. Yeah, I'm up here. I'm good.
Why does he keep saying Breaker 19? Is this a tape? Is this a recording?
I heard a niner in there.
Yeah. So basically, British Airways said the pilot was fully qualified and certified. No, he wasn't. The case was related to incorrect information provided in references. So maybe he had other people be like, yeah, oh yeah, Tim? Oh yeah, Tim's good. Tim's
good for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, maybe he just picked like a, common name.
Or he's got like 6 burner phones and he answers it in a different fake voice every time.
Yeah, John Williams, he's great. I know John Williams.
Timmy Smith? Yeah. Could you make up a weirder name? Jones? Can I go with Jones? What do I go with? So here's the best quote. The safety of our customers and crew is always our priority, and the fully qualified pilot was suspended and an investigation was launched. Okay. It's not your priority if you didn't do a quality background check on somebody that's going to fly a plane full of people.
Right.
Okay. It's not. Their next quote, per an airline representative, at no point was there any risk to customers or colleagues.
I don't believe that.
Really?
Yeah.
So for 2 years, he never got off the ground?
No, he just never touched the button. They were fine.
Yeah.
It was probably the convertible top button.
That's what it was. Yeah. Yeah.
Or, it's the auto all windows down button. Why do you have that in the plane?
It's the window lock.
Yeah.
That's what it is. On the master.
Yeah, he unlocks the child locks. Yeah.
Why did you unlock the child? Are you kidding me right now?
No, everyone behind you can lower their windows at will.
But they never.
I still want to know what button is.
I know
why. What button is so dangerous that it's no one should touch it, but it's still available to touch.
But it's placed in a plane.
Yeah.
Let me put it in arm's length.
Yeah.
Of a pilot.
Hey, you know what? Let's just, amongst all of these dials and switches and buttons and knobs and levers and stuff, let's put a couple you should never touch them buttons in here.
Yeah.
Just to weed out the weirdos.
What's the worst possible thing you could touch in here? Put it in.
Yeah.
Put it in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
No.
Because
besides Damon, what is the worst possible thing?
Right. I would be horrendous to be in there. There's no doubt. So anyway, Jonathan Spence of the CAA's general counsel said the authorities' prosecution and sentence imposed shows that offenses of this kind are taken very seriously. No, they're not. 1 year. One year. How many people could you have killed? Well, let's see how many seats are on a plane, plus crew, plus who's ever on the ground when it lands.
To be fair, how big is the plane? That's he's only on the tiny ones.
Right.
Those hold 30 at most.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. And hey, those are the cheap flights. You know what I mean? Those aren't people that really paid money to fly on planes. So, but in quotes, pilot integrity is at the heart of aviation safety, and we will take all steps necessary to maintain that position, Spence said it. I don't understand how you can, first off, say nobody was ever put in danger.
Right.
False. I don't care if you swear at me when you say it. No effing person.
I object, Your Honor.
Yes. False. So, because you're telling me the guy spent 2 years with the airline and the plane never left the ground. You believe that?
I don't. I do not. I do not believe it.
Don't hit the button. Do not hit that button. I don't know why it cracks me up, but it does. It's my voice, That is my voice.
Yeah. That guy's funny.
So they did say at the end here, so the guy had to serve his time.
Well, it wasn't time served because that's usually what it's like. You got 1 year. He was out in 2 months. Time served.
Right. Yeah. Well, they waited forever for him to go to trial.
Yeah.
And they're like, he was already incarcerated. Yeah. Well, my thing is now, can he go back out? Because this was a couple years ago.
Yeah.
With all the newfangled technology, he could have a hologram that says he can fly a plane now.
Well, he was in prison for a year, so that means he can go tell people that he was. I was in the big house for 2 decades, because that's how he operates.
Right.
He does a little bit of the work, but then says he's done a whole bunch of it.
Right. Yeah. Let me update my my resume, which says, and what I guess when you pick a company that's not in business anymore, and you go, okay, I used to work for Circuit. I was a regional manager for Circuit City.
I can tell you, having been in this situation, I could have put down whatever I wanted.
Yes.
Yeah, I owned Borders books. Call. Try to find out.
Yeah. Right.
Try it.
Right. Yeah, because that's what you can do, or you can say, you know what, people that were my bosses at the time.
Max back there, like looking up businesses that closed during gaps in his employment history. When did the Sayers go out of this?
Yeah, right. Oh,
I'm saying, Mac, if you have a gap in your employment history, you could put down a business that closed during that gap.
Gotcha.
How do they check it?
He's like, I'm now a venture capitalist.
Yeah.
No, that's not how it works. You can't just pick a store name and put a word after it and be like, that's not how it works.
I'm an Ames claims. No, that doesn't even make sense,
right,
sir.
Right. But again, if you like, well,
that would be Max probably like, wait, there still are Sizzlers? I didn't even know.
Yeah, he picks a company. So I owned that for many years, and then of course we went under, but I'm still okay. I'm that still exists. Oh no. Oh, they got to spell it different. Yeah. No. Mine was SISSLER.
I'm willing to talk out this rationally with you, but we have to do it on an island in Scotland.
Right, correct.
Until then, hire me at the 6-figure
correct
job.
Yeah. Look, we are argue about this in my first review. That would really that would benefit me a lot better if we could do that. Okay.
I got a 90-day thing. Let's figure that out.
That's like that meme, and that cracked me up when they set the guy down and they're like, we find you're doing a terrible job because you are just so underqualified for this job. How could you possibly want a pay raise? Well, I'm working really hard because I don't know what I'm doing, so I really need more money. It's like what, how do you?
Right.
Let's just compromise. You're not qualified to do this.
Yeah.
So. But no, again, if you own a company and you're doing background checks and you're going to let somebody fly your plane, again,
there's a difference between background checks to run the register at your local Amoco.
Yeah, right.
It is to be like,
right.
You know what?
Yeah,
it seems legit. It seems fine.
Yeah, with me, they're just like, we're not going to put them that close to the jerky and Twinkies. I don't think this is not a lucrative move for our organization. But yeah, so
they don't mention the guy that checked the background. Maybe that actually could be in the story.
They did not, and they did not mention because they asked for anybody to comment on how they hired him or this or that. Nothing.
Yeah, every time I just wanted to reiterate, at no time were any of our crew and passengers.
Yeah.
No, we just asked about his hiring process.
Yeah.
Again, at no time.
Yeah. They didn't even give the pilot's name. I mean, it's like David Copperfield. Can you just make people appear different? Right. Ta-da! We're here.
No, it was Tony Kinko.
Yeah. He owned Kinko's, believe it or not. Yeah,
that's not even a family name, sir.
How great. You're picking some. Mac, I swear you're probably searching right now to tell us what you used to do. Where'd you used to work, Mac?
What?
Yeah.
He's not even listening to us.
My uncle Gary Google, he created this awesome thing that everybody uses. It's like I don't think that's real. I'm pretty sure that's not real.
Yeah, well, my uncle Internet Explorer is pretty upset.
Right.
He's going to be out of business by the end of the year.
My cousin Firefox, he's on to both of them. He knows.
Wow. Yeah. My great grandpa CompuServe is like, you guys remember me? No,
right.
We don't.
Wow. CompuServe?
Yeah.
I
did dig for that. Yeah.
Yeah, you went pretty deep in the well.
I'll tell you what, we say all these jokes, but I remember I was at a show one time and this comedian was saying all these things about Kinko's.
Yeah.
And I walked up after him because I was like, hey, just so everyone knows, I used to work at Kinko's. Everything he said was a lie.
You did that on stage? You're not supposed to show him behind the curtain.
Well, yeah, you're not supposed to show behind the curtain, and you're not supposed to talk after the guy's done to do it. But I was like,
right.
You've gone too far, sir.
Yeah.
You doth protest too much.
Yeah, this hit a nerve.
Yeah. You didn't do any of that, because that's not even something they can do.
Right.
How do you know that? And I whip out my...
You still got your badge. It's in a case in the
I just opened my shirt and I'm wearing the apron that I still have.
That would be so awesome.
Kinko's.
Why are you wearing that? Pick up chicks. It's all good. It's all good.
The ones I like, I copy. I'm going to save you for later.
It doesn't even make sense. Two-dimensional Tina over here.
Whoa, timestamp.
This just got personal. Where can they find us, Dad?
I don't know if anyone wants to find us anymore.
Yeah.
They can find us at thatchecksout.net, all the socials at That checks out WDT. W stands for with.
It does.
Damon and Ted. I'm Ted. That makes him Damon. Coming to you once again from Audiohive Podcasting Studios. Say goodbye, Mac.
Later.
Can't follow instructions
Can't
at
follow
all.
instructions. We just said goodbye. That's all.
Hey, at least you figured out where the music was.
Yeah. I don't hear anything. You hear anything?
Hey, but you know what? They'll hear us next time.
You believe that? Don't do that.
You guys didn't find the new one. Go one up.
I was thinking today would have been a really good day to rip.
Yeah.
Because if you would have changed, you believe that. Never gonna get him.
Yeah. Now you got Wilson.
Yeah, you wouldn't have seen it coming. I wouldn't have seen it coming.